Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, first I must apologise because this video's come out a bit later than I usually put them out at weekend. But I did go out yesterday with a plan on doing a video. We went on a group walk up on the moors, but it was raining and it was like too wet to do a video. It would have ruined my equipment. So today I thought I'd take you guys out with me. It's still a bit grey and dreary today, but I thought I might be able to do a video. So I brought you to somewhere that I really like. It's my local park and it's got a really interesting feature. Now this is Stamford Park in Staley Bridge, but there's a Victorian grotto gardens here. So I'm going to bring you with me today and show you around. Now there has been some information boards put up recently, which is the first bit of care I've seen in this park for a long time. So I'll show you those information boards, and what I'm going to do is I'll take a photo of them, and if you want to read the information you can just pause the video for a minute. So shall we go? Yeah! So we're just coming into these Victorian grotto gardens now, so I'll just give you a bit of history. The site on which the park lays was owned by the Earl of Stamford in 1668 and was part of a deer park. Now you still get deer in this area today, which is interesting, not on the parks but in the countryside surrounding here. During the Industrial Revolution, the population of the area was in poor health and began to demand a park to enjoy on their days off. In 1856, a letter was sent to the Ashton Reporter requesting that cotton mill workers raise money for a park. Fundraising began, and in 1872 Highfield House and the grounds were purchased. The Earl donated the adjacent land and Stamford Park was opened officially on 12th of July 1873. So we're just at the entrance of these Victorian grotto gardens now, and I'll show you the first information board that's behind me. Now this is the huge oversized garden planter that there was just some writing about. It started off life as the base of Thompson Cross, where it was actually a huge trough for horses to drink water out of, and it's been repurposed here in the grotto. Now it's actually a bit of a sad story really, because in its heyday it was somewhere beautiful Victorian grotto garden where the mill workers could come on the day off, and it was also known as a pretty walk locally, somewhere where you could come perhaps when you were courting and come for a nice pleasant stroll on a Sunday afternoon. And sadly, due to the fact of age and vandalism, it's actually decayed a lot now since its former glory. Now there's not a lot you can do about the effects of time and age, and especially when all the local councils seem to be struggling for money, but the vandalism is totally, it's totally out of order. I'm totally against that, especially when you find out this park was built by public donations by at the time, very poor mill workers. It was a magnificent feat to actually accomplish something like this and have somewhere to go, somewhere nice. And even though these Victorian grotto gardens are in decline and they fell into disrepair a bit, they're still very much used and loved. I mean, you always see families out here, they use them, and you might get single parents using them. Sometimes you see dads here with the kids, they might be separated families when the dads have them at weekends, and here on a Sunday it's somewhere they can bring the kids just for a little bit of happiness before they send them back to their mother. So it's really sad when places like this get vandalised. It's like just pure idiotic behaviour. So one of the cool things about this park is it has lots of hidden features. For instance, we're on this bridge here and there's lots of hidden faces in the bridge if you look very closely. They're a bit worn and decayed now. As you can see there's one of the faces. We come over here, you can see another face down there. And yet again, if we come here, you can see another face in the wall there. Now there used to be two huge rock arches along this walk, and they're so picturesque, but they've sadly decayed and were vandalised. And what I've been told about people who've lived around here all their life is it was heavily vandalised in the 90s, and it's still pretty today, but there's kind of a sad beauty to it. Now if we look in the middle of this pool here, we can see where the fountain was in the middle. That would have been really pretty and picturesque in its heyday. Sadly it's not working anymore, and it's not been working for a long time, but there's kind of an air of sad beauty to it, I think, and I still think it's nice in its own way. So looking at this information board here, if we look at the bottom of this, you can see one of the old rock arches there, and it would be great if they were still here, but sadly they're not. I'll just pause this for a moment so you can read it. So this little grotto garden is known locally as the Dingle. It's a strange name for it, isn't it? It makes me think of Emmerdale Farm, but anyway, yeah, it's known as the Dingle. I'll just show you around me. So basically the whole thing is like at the bottom of a little mini valley. I'll show you the sides up there. If we go to the other side, up there, you can see we're actually in a dip. So I'm guessing this area here is where one of the big rock arches was. But this is one of those places where you have to look carefully to notice everything. There's lots of faces and strange sculptures, and I've not found all of them yet. I've found quite a lot of them, but yeah. So I just found another face here. I've not seen this one before. This looks like a recent one that's been put here maybe to replace some of the vandalised damage. So some people may think it's a bit gloomy and dark here, especially at this time of the year, but I kind of love it. I love that kind of beauty with an edge of sadness. I always have. And if you ever come to Tameside, I definitely recommend you visit this park. But even the old benches are, you can see the back's original, the wood is a replacement, but even the benches were made really nice. Some of you older people, you might remember Curly Whirlies, the sweets, and kind of reminds me of a Curly Whirly a bit. I believe there was some sort of feature over there, some water feature. I think it was a waterfall, but sadly it's not in use anymore, it's not working. But here you can see all the water. This is all coming down off the Pennine Hills, which we're just at the foot of. So you've always got a nice flow of water through the park. So we're coming to the end of this Victorian grotto garden now, and we're also coming to the end of today's video. So thanks for coming along with me. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. It's really appreciated and it encourages me to keep making videos. So until the next video, keep yourself very safe. Take care. Bye.